Okay, what if I told you that the speed at which you're aging, well, what if it isn't fixed? What if it's actually a response and not just some kind of biological countdown? We're going to dig into an idea here that could completely change how you think about your health. So let's just jump right in.
Yeah, let's just put it right out there. You're aging faster than you should. I know, it's a pretty shocking thing to hear. But for so many of us, it's actually true. And the reason why, it's probably not what you're thinking.
You know, the first thing we do is blame our genes, right? For how we look, how we feel, how we age. And look, of course genetics play a role, but they are not the main reason so many of us are experiencing this day-to-day accelerated aging.
It's because your body feels unsafe. And there it is. That's the core idea, the whole shebang, this feeling of safety, or more importantly, the lack of it. That's the master switch. It's what controls the rate at which your body is either breaking down or rebuilding itself.
So let's talk about the shocking truth about aging. What if we've been looking at this whole thing completely backwards? It's not a timer. It's not this relentless clock just ticking down to zero. No, it's a signal. It's a message your body is constantly sending based on how it perceives the world around you and even the world inside you.
Okay, let me ask you this. Does this sound familiar? You wake up tired. I mean, that feeling of starting the day already in the red, even if you technically got your 8 hours. Or what about this one? Your energy just crashes by the afternoon. You know, you kind of power through the morning, but then 2, maybe 3 o'clock hits, and bam, you just hit a wall. Productivity goes right out the window.
And oh, this is a big one. Small things drain you way more than they used to. You know those little tasks that were once nothing? Now they feel like climbing a mountain. You notice your patience is thinner, your fuse is shorter, you just don't bounce back like you used to.
And we just tell ourselves, oh, well, this is just what life is now. Or, I guess this is just getting older. But listen, it's not. It's really not. These are the quiet, creeping symptoms that your body is aging way faster than it should be.
Okay, so what's going on under the hood biologically? It comes down to this. Your body basically has 2 settings, 2 fundamental operating systems it can run on. And understanding the difference between them, that's the whole key.
So think of it like this. You've got repair mode. In this mode, your body feels calm and safe, so it focuses on the long game, healing cells, balancing hormones, building for a long, healthy life. But then there's survival mode. Here, your body senses a constant threat. The focus shifts completely to just getting through the day. And all that long-term maintenance, it gets put on the back burner. It's sacrificed for immediate survival.
And there's a real scorecard for being stuck in survival mode. The costs add up. Inflammation starts to creep up, and that's the root of so many problems. Your recovery slows way down, your hormones get all unstable, and your energy production just drops. See, your body is absolutely keeping score, even if you're trying your best to ignore the signs.
So why does pushing harder backfire? This is such a common mistake. Because naturally, right, when we feel ourselves slipping, what's our first instinct? It's to fight back, to push harder. But the irony is, the way most of us do that, it's actually making everything so much worse.
I mean, just think about it for a second. How do we usually fight exhaustion and aging? When you feel tired, when you feel completely run down, what's your go-to move? What does our culture scream at us to do?
Well, here's the wrong approach. We try to just muscle through it, right? We think the answer is more discipline, more intensity. We add another high-intensity workout. We put ourselves under even more pressure. But here's the thing. Every single one of those actions is just another signal of threat to your body. It just locks you even deeper into survival mode.
And this is maybe the most important thing to get. You can't force repair. You have to allow it. It's not something you achieve by gritting your teeth and pushing harder. It's a state that you have to create the right conditions for. It's all about permission, not pressure.
Okay, so how do we signal safety? What's the simple solution here? This is the good part, because the solution is way simpler and frankly, a lot gentler than you probably think. It's not about adding more stuff to your already crazy to-do list. It's about sending the right signals to your nervous system.
So let's define what we mean by biological signals. They're basically simple actions that provide proof to your body that it's safe. They're how you communicate with your deepest biology in a language it actually understands. These signals provide tangible evidence that the threat is gone and that it's okay to finally switch from survival mode over to repair mode.
And check out these signals of safety. The most important thing to notice is that none of this is extreme. Like consistent sleep timing, that just tells your body there's rhythm and predictability in your world. Slow, deep breathing, that directly tells your fight or flight system to calm down. A daily walk literally proves to your ancient biology that you have the safety and the energy to just move without being chased. And yeah, reducing that constant phone stimulation, that finally gives your brain a chance to stand down from high alert. So now we're talking about slowing the clock. This is the new reality. When you start to consistently send these signals of safety, you're not just tweaking things. You are creating a brand new biological reality for yourself. And the clock doesn't just slow down. I'm telling you, in some ways, it can feel like it's actually turning back.
And this is such a critical reframe. Listen to this. You're not weak. You're not lazy. You're exhausted from living in survival mode. If you've been feeling drained and totally unproductive, it is not a moral failing. You are not broken. You're just having a perfectly normal biological response to being stuck in a state of chronic threat.
And here's what the body looks like in repair mode. This is the payoff. Inflammation goes way down, which protects you from all sorts of issues. Your energy levels start to rise, naturally, without needing caffeine to prop you up. And your recovery becomes fast again, not just from a workout, but from a stressful day at the office, too.
So, I want to leave you with a question. And I want you to be really, really honest with yourself here. When was the last time you felt genuinely calm? And I don't mean distracted by your phone or entertained by a show. I mean truly, deeply calm. If you have to struggle to remember, well, that's your sign right there.
Because at the end of the day, aging isn't just about time passing. It's about how your body reacts to pressure. So the key isn't to push harder, it's to lower the pressure. That's how you slow the clock.
So just remember this. You're not aging too fast. You're living too tense. The problem isn't a broken clock. The problem is that your body has been stuck on high alert for way, way too long. Change the signal, and you really can change everything.